Hello everybody, this is Gordon Jones with Lifelog Health Group within the Helo family. Hey, I just wanted to get with you and give you some pointers on some ways that you can sell the Helo Health Band to physicians so that they benefit by serving their patients but also generate some new revenue. So we'll jump into this real quick. So first of all, just a little bit about me. I have my doctorate in health administration, 25 years in digital health and technology. Been involved in about 15 startups. We've generated over 200 million in new revenue, and I am a multi-sport athlete. Probably my highest accomplishment was winning silver and gold as representing the United States men's team at the World Champion Beach Ultimate competitions. And then I'm the father of 5 with 1 granddaughter. She's just turned 1 year old. And I'm a husband, of course. I'm also the son of aging parents at home, and that's relevant to our conversation today specifically. I created Lifelog Health as a digital health information managed services company, and you'll understand a little bit more about that as we go. But basically, it's a way that we can bring the Helo into high volume opportunities within the healthcare system. When you start diving into the healthcare system and talking to physicians, even payers and employers, you'll start hearing the terms population health and value-based care. And this is really where healthcare is going in the United States, whether we have Obamacare or not. But one of the main things that we need in order to really accomplish all these goals is data. And we need to be able to capture the data everywhere. But most importantly, and probably one of the hardest places to capture data, is by the individual themselves. And so, as you know, this is exactly why I have adopted the Helo into my practice, because I see that we can gain access to the data that we need around heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rates, very important in many cases. We get the blood sugar, the blood oxygen, and blood alcohol coming out later this year. These will all be data points that are very important to being able to customize health plans for our patients. So as we all know, World is a network marketing company and built on what I call a customer-to-customer based revenue model. And so we certainly have huge numbers of opportunities to sell the Helo direct to consumer, and that is those aging at home. There's about 55 million people aging at home, but also those like me who are caring for our parents who are aging at home. So we can provide a Helo for them, and we can observe their data. Of course, by the end of the year, we're going to be coming out with blood sugar, but even before then, there are great indicators that we can capture through heart rate, blood pressure, and respiratory or breath rate that would help diabetics today. You know, as we roll out the blood sugar later this year, it's through the same device, so they'll be already set up and prepared to be able to do blood sugar estimation through the Helo. So that's a great market. 29 million diabetics in the United States. Another 100 million are pre-diabetic. So they would pray and hope that they won't become diabetic because of the hassle it is. From an SOS standpoint, we've got 60 million children out there under the age of 17. You know, we want to get parents to adopt the Helo, provide it to their kids so that they can keep them secure. And then this is very enlightening. 1 out of 3 adults in the United States have high blood pressure. So we can talk to the cardiologist about ways in which they might be able to adopt the Helo into their practice to get their patients to continuously monitor their blood pressure without having to put on a blood pressure cuff. So that's 75 million people who have high blood pressure. But what I want to talk about today is what is called a chronic care management program through Medicare, CCM revenue model. I see how the Helo can help the physicians capitalize on this Medicare chronic care management program. So currently, there's a whole coding system. I won't get into all that and how physicians get paid by insurance companies or from Medicare, but there's a bunch of codes. And one of those codes is CPT code 99490. And this is specific to those who are Medicare eligible with 2 or more chronic conditions. The physician, and they're usually primary care physicians, so like family practice or general internal medicine practices, some cardiologists who have patients that are eligible for Medicare and also with 2 or more chronic conditions. So they can do what is called non-face-to-face time caring for that patient. And they have to do at least 20 minutes a month in order to qualify to receive $42 per month per patient. Now, our calculations nationally, based on the number of qualified Medicare eligibles as well as the number of doctors we have, we predict that there's about 268 qualified chronic care management patients in each primary care doctor's practice to set them up in the chronic care management program so that they can earn $42 per month per patient. So if you really calculate all that out, the doctor's practice could add to their bottom line a new revenue source through this program of about $135,000 a year. As a matter of fact, they've all heard about it, but they see that it's a bit hassle implementing the program and trying to keep up with the 20 minutes of time. So I'm going to show you exactly how we use the Helo to do that. So under chronic care management revenue model, LifeLog Health, which is my company, we calculate that qualifying CCM time with the patient via Helo's automated monitoring system, which is where we set it up either 30, 60, or 120 minutes. And I'm just saying we're going to be doing it every 120 minutes. It's going to be 12 times a day. Take the blood pressure reading, that's 40 seconds. The heart rate, that's 40 seconds. And the breath rate, that's 40 seconds. So that's a total of 2 minutes. 2 minutes at 12 times a day, that's 24 minutes of non-face-to-face monitoring time per day that the doctor can count towards their program. And if you recall, they only have to spend 20 minutes a month. So really, in the first day, if we capture the data, provide it to the doctor, then they automatically qualify for that month's billing. Though they'll continuously do this through all 30, 31 days of the month and capture a great deal of data and be able to certainly comply with the regulations under Medicare for non-face-to-face time with the patient to be able to bill the $42 a month. So how do we do it? How do we help them? So we have a revenue share service model where the $42 per month per patient is split between the primary care doctor and LifeLog Health. So we set up LifeLog Health this way to help the physician implement the program and really enroll the patient. So because we have to comply with the network marketing platform and setting up all of the people into an account monthly so that they can qualify for the data exchange, so we set up LifeLog Health in order to be the managed services company to be able to do that. If you calculate at 268 qualified chronic care management patients per primary care physician, so the doctor would get paid the $135,072. They would pay us $70,752, and then they would keep $64,320 for their practice. And we're doing all the heavy lifting and aggregation of the data, the account setup, and doing all that hard work on their behalf. From a LifeLog Health management company standpoint, if we just sign up 1,000 primary care physicians, we enroll 268 qualified patients, then we're generating over $70 million a year through this program. And this doesn't even count the commissions. If we look at the chronic care management plus commissions, we're looking at 1,000 primary care physicians at 268 patients who have Helos, who have bought the Helos and they're paying the $12 a month for their membership. Then we add those commissions up, and I've done calculations elsewhere on that, but it's approximately $13 million in commissions. That's just the first year. That doesn't count the residual from the 12 months over time after the first year. So we add $13 million to the $70 million, we get $83 million that we can generate through the managed services arrangement with the doctors and then the commissions through the LifeLog Health organization. In order to take advantage of the LifeLog Health organization or this program, now certainly you can go have a conversation with your doctor about whether they're actually doing this chronic care management program under Medicare, and if so, talk to them about how they might be able to use Helo. If they're not doing it, or if they wish to have a management company, you can bring us in and help close that deal and then actually generate some more income on top of just the commissions from the sale of the Helo by helping to manage that chronic care management program with that doctor's office. So we can talk a little bit about that. So of course we need to maintain the network marketing infrastructure that World Global Network has created. If we look at the binary system, LifeLog Health is considered the team developer, and then we're bringing in team members to help facilitate and bring in new physician customers under this program. And as we sign up the physician and all of their patients, all of those accounts are being set up within our organization. So if you're in our organization, then those devices are going to be purchased through your account if you brought the deal to the table. And then we're going to enroll all of those patients below us, so that all of that revenue that ultimately they will be bringing through with other customers, because they're exposing Helo to more and more people, it's just going to explode. If you're familiar with the binary and how we get paid for 10 generations, that's 2 to the 10th power, and that's 1,024 accounts. So if you go back, we're really talking about 268,000 individuals that we need to set up with accounts. So it's just going to explode way beyond even our binary metrics that we have today. So there's 3 options that you can join LifeLog Health. One is just your regular self-managed Helo account through a LifeLog account. I know many of you are probably not in our organization, though I know Seville and his team have been planting lots of people down our common leg, so you may be. But if not, and you want to participate in the LifeLog Health Chronic Care Management Program with us, then you need to buy an account just like you did before through the LifeLog Health organization. However, we have what we call a managed services account, and this is option 2. So you can join LifeLog Health by paying us directly $2,500. We'll set up your account. You'll know which page that is, so you can do any kind of direct deals still through that page. But what we'll be doing is bringing more and more physician accounts through our organization, and all of the direct revenues and also the bonus commissions and overrides that come from our organization will flow just like it naturally does inside the binary system. And so all of those commissions will go to you through that, even though we're managing it and we're using it to acquire Helos for those patients that we're enrolling. And then option 3, we're actually raising money for LifeLog Health, so you can directly invest in us. We have a convertible note which pays 5% interest, and that's really just a loan to the company at 5%. But then that also can be converted into equity in the company down the road when you're ready to turn that note, that loan, into a direct equity and benefit from any dividends that we pay out, or if we end up selling the company someday in the future, then you would have equity ownership in that and get paid for that position. So those are the 3 options. We, of course, have other channels that we're developing that you'll benefit from, and we'll be training all of our people to have those conversations with these sectors. But there's 12,300 home care agencies that we're targeting. There's another 720,000 non-primary care physicians out there to have a conversation with. There's 23,000 local pharmacies. So these are local pharmacies that are owned by people here that can make decisions about whether they want to adopt the Helo into their company or not. And then there's about 20 million people that are in wellness programs. And so they benefit from being healthy, and they get points or they get dollars for being healthy by their own employer. So it benefits them as individuals to adopt the Helo because they can provide this information that the wellness program needs in order to give them those healthy program bonuses. And so this is something that I talk about regularly with my people. This is the opportunity cycle. It really comes from your business school, where it's the bell-shaped curve and how innovations get to market and what happens over time. But as you can see, the Helo is in the early adopter stage. So World invented the product, brought it to market in May, hit the US in October, and our new version is coming out in March. So we're really at the forefront of what's called the early adopter section. But the next section, which is described by Jeffrey Moore in his book Inside the Tornado, is really where things begin to scale and expand, well, not just nationally, but worldwide. And we all want to be here now before the tornado hits. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about and make sure you understood that it's not just the direct-to-consumer opportunity, but it's working with physicians and other healthcare providers to provide the Helo to their patients so that they can better provide health services to that patient. And there's revenue attached to that beyond just the commission. So this is really the opportunity that we're pursuing at LifeLog Health, and you can check out more at lifeloghealth.com or get in touch with me at drj@lifeloghealth.com. Thanks. Talk to you later.